What do you all? So we've recently had. Oh, I guess we've recently had quite a few deaths in the family. Our stepfather recently passed away. So, what do you all think is the difference between living and existing?
I'm going first. We'll go first.
Would you rather be living or existing?
Definitely rather be living than exist. I feel like you're existing if you are broke. Like it sounds okay, but
maybe not necessarily financially broke, but mentally and emotionally broke.
Right.
I would say
broken
because
down,
you could be rich and broke,
right?
Broke spiritually,
absolutely,
emotionally. So, yeah,
I would definitely say living, because as I've gotten older and I realize that we are not here forever. We are on borrowed time, and you can go at any given moment. That you only have one life to live, so why not live it up to its fullest? You know, do the things that makes you happy, that makes you smile. Do the things that you want to do, of course, within reason. But I definitely feel like living. You know, I don't want to just be here and be a person taking up space. I want to leave this earth with having made a mark on, even if it's just one person, but having left my mark on something or someone when it's my time to go.
If I could sing, I would have sang that Beyonce song, I'm Here.
Beyonce, we love you, girl.
Always. No, I think with living and existing, I always, probably this is why, but I always mention the money thing because I feel like people that live paycheck to paycheck, myself included,
currently, right now,
we,
manifesting other things right now.
No. But I feel like when you live paycheck to paycheck, you are forced to only exist because you cannot do anything else physically. Mentally, I don't think that I'm just existing. I think I'm living, and I think that is because of all the death that we've had in the family, unfortunately, and not just Jerry, but going back to Beverly, Uncle Johnny, all of them. And I think that forces me, just seeing how it hurts Mom, and that just forces you to live.
Yeah, it does. Seeing people pass away. Looking back and seeing how much time has passed, it does make you say, I need to live and not exist. But even within bad circumstances, like I know you mentioned living paycheck to paycheck, sometimes it has you in a state of mind of existing because you're trying to survive to the next paycheck. What I think started to learn as I got older is even within those circumstances, you have to still find a way to live and be happy and pursue your happiness regardless of your circumstances. It's about your mental state and how you are. What are your thoughts when you wake up in the morning, how you move throughout the day regardless of it. What goals are you setting, and how are you getting out of or planning to get out of the situation that you're in financially?
And I think that only gets better with age.
Yeah,
definitely. My motto is always, it could always be worse.
Yeah,
you know. I would say, yes, we might live paycheck to paycheck, and we might not be in a financial place that we want to be, but I do feel like we're happy.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like, we have a good support system around us.
We're still blessed.
We're every day.
Not shockingly, but
I definitely
we are when it comes to family, we are so wealthy when it comes to our family and our support system that I don't know, sometimes focusing on that and not the financial aspect right now.
That's the only way I'm usually able to keep going, is to know that I have my family, number one, but also the support of my family.
Yeah.
Not just knowing that they are there, but knowing that they are there to support me.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that ever. And I feel bad for people that do.
I be thinking that, like,
I couldn't imagine my life.
I just could not imagine
support.
if if God told me, hey, you got a choice, and although I'm still seeking those riches, you got a choice between financial abundance or abundance when it comes to love and support.
I would
hands down.
I would.
Love and support, because I don't know honestly how I would have made it through life without the support that we have as a family. And it goes beyond just, my sisters here, but I got sisters in Chicago and family in Chicago, family in Texas, and I don't know how and why, but thank God we are all close and we just support each other through whatever.
I would also say, now that we are married and we have our own families, it also extends to our extended family now.
Miss Pam, let me tell you.
I say it all the time. I have the best mother-in-law in the world.
True. Like, I hear people complaining about their in-laws.
I'm so glad I don't have to.
Yeah, I love hanging out. We all hang out. Right, we all hang out. We all
families
love
get
on
along.
each other. Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
I would absolutely, we can be living under a bridge somewhere. We would all still be living together and still having the best time of our lives if,
as long as we're together.
As long as we're together.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
now that we are in our 30s, almost 40. I love getting older.
Me too.
I think I've heard this quote when I was younger, and I didn't understand it when I was younger. It said, "Youth is wasted on the young."
It is.
And I was like, I don't get that. Now that I'm older, I'm like, man, that is so true. Because if I could be 40 and take the knowledge, but maybe have the body, so I ain't got the backaches.
But I think that's why we try to do so much as you get older. You try to accommodate for what you didn't have.
Yeah.
Or what you didn't know.
Yeah.
What you didn't know. Because there's definitely things where you look back and you're like, man, it's funny now. I always say, man, if I would have known that, if I would have knew back then what I know now, but the thing is you did know it. Because you had your parents or, your aunts and uncles telling you that. You just don't listen.
So, okay, then I have a question, because I want to talk about regrets and if you have any past regrets. But if you have the option, $10 million and you move up 10 years in life. So that means I'll be almost 50 with 10 million, or you get back 20 years with the knowledge you have now.
I would go back. Easy.
You know why? Every time I think about going back, I think about the butterfly effect.
What else?
Because if I change something in the past, then who knows what that could change in the future.
But does the butterfly effect work going forward though? Like,
what could you change in? What could you possibly not do in the future?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would work.
If
both
I can
ways.
go back and guarantee that both of my kids will still be here, absolutely.
So that was
That's
my
the
thing.
only
Like,
thing.
I would, if I could guarantee that my family dynamic is not going to change if I go back.
It would, because I wouldn't have had my kids. And I don't say so soon after marriage, but I would have waited at least 2 to 3 years.
It absolutely,
if possible.
Yeah.
Couldn't really manage
the Lord
that.
had another
Right.
plan.
That's a hard one for me, because probably if I would say I had the biggest regret would be, I don't know, I'm torn, because I have a 20-year-old. So I had a child super young. I was 18, 19, and I'm pregnant now. So I was a young mother. Now I'm going to be an old mother, right? And I think I could have set my son up for better success had I been prepared at that age. So,
and that's why I wasn't prepared.
Nobody is prepared to be a mother at 18 or 19.
Well,
Listen, teen moms know. I don't know who knows. That's crazy. But, again, going back and making a different decision, could I still have had him when I was ready? So that's my.
I don't think you're ever ready, though. Just in the same aspect to be a mom at any age, rather a teen.
I don't think you're ever ready, but I don't know. I guess
more ready, more prepared.
No, I guess I would say maybe for me on the other side with having fertility issues. Not that I wish I would have had a kid earlier, but I wish I would have maybe started
looking into those issues or knowing
about those issues. Earlier, because as you get older,
problems come.
time is against you no matter what. So I think that's why for me it would be, I would have started, trying to figure something out.
$50 million.
I
Janet Jackson had a
That's what Janet, Halle Berry.
Just
There's a bunch of people that's having babies in their late
Right.
40s.
Absolutely.
They just
But
try
they
to
are
scare
rich.
you. Huh?
They are rich.
They just try to
Money
scare you with
definitely
that.
talks.
You're
Money-
35 years and older, you're
But it makes a
geriatric.
difference.
Yeah, anytime, if you're 35 and older, you're definitely geriatric. But money definitely plays a huge part
Yeah,
in it.
absolutely.
When you think about the insurance company who is,
You know.
supposed to cover IVF, and you still have to pay $5,000 out of
This
pocket.
don't make no sense.
The normal working person that's working a 9 to 5,
Can't
you can't afford that.
And then if it fails, you got to do it again. You don't
Right.
get the money back.
Not to mention the cost of adoption.
Exactly.
If you want to adopt an infant, that's at least $15,000. So it's expensive.
I wonder why does it cost to adopt when there's so many?
So many kids that need help.
So
That's
that's
crazy.
a lot of them though are
Government.
not infants, right? A lot of them
True.
are older kids.
A lot of them,
And,
but they do have some in the system.
it's rare. It's rare that you'll find. It's rare that you'll find infants. You'll find.
I believe that only
Yeah.
because you got, and I don't want to sound racist, but other races willing to get other races because they just want a baby versus an older kid.
So I have an adopted son, and I adopted him he was like 13 or 14. And I was nervous about it because he's already a person and established, and they say you get behavior problems, but he was a blessing to us. He gave my son a sibling. I don't know if I would want to adopt a baby,
that's my thing.
like an infant.
I feel like
Can you be like 3, like maybe like 3 or
after
4?
the-
But I
Potty training
think that's
ages.
because you have kids.
I don't know.
guess
I
so.
think
No, I
that
think that's
Jackson came
absolutely-
into our lives at the perfect time.
Right, but
For
what
me,
I'm saying, right, for
He
you,
needed
my
us and you
situation.
needed him.
right. But as somebody
Because you
who,
don't have no
I don't
kids,
have
right.
no kids, so
You'd want to
going
start
through,
over?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
not
not starting
start
over,
over.
But it's brand new to her.
It's
This will be
brand
her
new,
first
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Now
So-
me, if I did not have kids at all and I was having fertility issues, I don't think I would ever want to go down that road. Just as I've had
Adopting?
miscarriages, no, at all. I wouldn't want any kids.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think once you've been pregnant, so for me, like I didn't know. I was like, I don't want to have kids. And then when I turned like 30, I was like, okay, I do want to have kids, but I don't want to get married. I'm gonna go and freeze my eggs and do it all by myself. So it wasn't until I got pregnant the first time where it was like, no, like I really do want to have kids. Yeah. So to have something and then just have it snatched away and then you have issues with trying to get it back, it makes it way more difficult.
Yeah, miscarriages are hard as a woman because you have no control over it. And what I realized is after having a miscarriage, the world kind of doesn't look at it as you lost a child.
No.
Which is the saddest thing.
It is. It is totally sad.
It
Like,
doesn't matter how far along you are. The moment the moment you take that test and you find out, you feel like that this is my baby.
Yeah, as a woman,
Yeah.
you change completely.
Yeah.
I would
Change
say,
completely.
I think that there's not enough emphasis on men also going through
I think
miscarriages as well.
That was
True.
probably the only reason
That's true.
me and Terrence were so strong together.
Yeah.
It's because we went through 5 miscarriages before TJ got here.
Yeah.
And having that and nobody, not one person telling Terrence, I'm sorry for
Yeah.
the loss, that took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
So being able to bond
Yeah.
over that definitely made us stronger.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is sad. I never even thought about
well,
that.
losses either make you stronger together
Or they
or
tear
break
you
you
apart,
apart.
yeah.
They do.
Break you apart.